Ahoy, you lazy, blood-crazed lunatics! Henry Snotson slouching back with Snot for Snot League 8 Round 4. Finally! Blame the vacation season, mates. The sun's got us all lounging and some trainers drag their feet worse than a troll with a hangover. Apologies for the delay. Group B lads zipped through like speed demons. They already finished Round 5. But A and C are crawling out of the beach haze. The knockout stage is looming, and every point's a lazy stab. Let's see who bothers to fight. Our chaotic gentlemen of hung jury couldn't have drawn a worse foe. Under crushing point pressure, they faced the top dogs, Hoby and Wanderers, with their chaos-hating nuns ablaze with fury. Hung jury didn't wait for the ref's whistle, jumping the gun to throw the sisters off, but it didn't last. After a grueling ball brawl, Augur Andrea snatched it and scored for the Wanderers. Second half, hung jury pressed hard, inches from a touchdown. Those millimeters cost them. The match ended 1-0 for Joseph Moranion's crew, still boasting a spotless clean sheet. For our dapper barbarians, it's a grim 0-1-3 record. Group exits off the table, but they can still shake the table's final look. If anything could halt the shanty-singing Black Ark, it's the armored chaos dwarves of Molten Core Renegades. The elves bet on speed, aiming for an early touchdown to force the slowpokes to chase. They nailed it, but the dwarves charged back, trampling elves like rag dolls. Offended by the score, they didn't hold back. The Ark soon filled with broken elves, and the Renegades tied it before halftime, 1-1. Short-handed, the Corsairs tried stopping this armored juggernaut, but they just fed the grinder, 1 by 1, under its wheels. A mad 3 versus 11, last-second stab failed miserably. Final score, 2-1 for the dwarves, yet both teams still cling to KO stage hopes. What's next? Dragons and dazzling dames, a fan's dream, ruined by a sodding downpour! The pummelers dazzled early, outmaneuvering the raiders and zipping the ball flank to flank. A repeat of their hung jury cage-breaking trick might have saved the dragons, but when a massive dragon dove in, dust cleared to reveal an elf lady yelling, "Nope!" and dashing to score. For the second half, sky cleared up, and raiders obsessed with elf hunting lose focus. With their point tally, they needed a win, especially when their opponents were mostly beaten up. Not a safe 1-1 draw. This tactical blunder might cost them the cup. Let's move on to the next match. Call this a cripple fight. 3 ghosts didn't show. Contused spirits? Questions for later. And half the madman dwarves were missing. Half! Doom for the beardies from the start. Ulrich, the angry, missed a ghost, phasing through and smashing his skull on a rock. Who saw that coming? Definitely not Ulrich. The spirits loved that turn of the events, blitzing dwarves fast. A quick touchdown followed, with hired gun Barrack Farblast ejected, trainer tantrum included. Chaos reigned as bearded losses piled up, mostly done by Quilt J. Hotman. 3 eliminations only done by him, giving the ghosts a touchdown-making highway. Final score, 3-0 boosts, Sheet Freaks group standing. For Malachi's lads, it's nearly curtains. But they'll cheer their hospital-bound half in the last match. Getting these two to sync up during the holiday season was a nightmare. But finally, we have it. Solar Elven Bones versus GKS Samurai. The Nippon warriors handled their undead elf foes with ease, hardly a varied bunch, and their warlike Oni found a punching bag in Sand Devil. And while those towering monsters was busy fighting each other, the remaining players focused more on the game itself. The Samurai, despite relentless undead harassment, hauled the ball to the end zone. Elven Bones mirrored this later. The elves tried a long pass after, but it flopped. The 1-1 draw keeps both teams safe. But lads, safe won't cut it now. Step up, or get buried! If you thought the last wait was long, these trainers smashed a vacation record, lounging longer than a sun-baked orc. The undead halflings, led by the slippery Mr. Spooky, still running from the gravediggers, smashed into a wall of brutal rat ogres from Rat Attack. The power gap was glaring from the first whistle, with those nimble rat tails boxing in our stumpy undead, limiting every move. Spooky's fall midway through the first half handed the rats the reins, and they pounced, scoring a touchdown before the break. Despite hefty losses, limbs and egos scattered, the moldies and rats nearly filled the pitch again for the second half, a testament to their stubborn grit. The rat assault resumed with a vengeance, mowing down moldies left and right, But these pint-sized undead weren't done. They kept nipping back, clawing at rat heels with every chance. Then came the turning point. Borling, this pigwill lived up to his name, charging in with a wild, unexpected tackle that blindsided the rat ball carrier, sending him crashing into the roaring crowd. The ball soared to the other side, sparking a Moldy's counterattack that had the fans on their feet. But Big Ben, the towering rat enforcer, was ready, stomping out those hopes with a bone-crunching block. The match ended with Rat Attack's victory, a 1-0 triumph that sees these scurrying devils reclaim their group dominance. Reminds me of Joseph Moranian's unstoppable Season 5 reign, eh? Who would win? A 1.5-ton manifestation of bestial fury? Or a tiny, chubby, wannabe ninja fellas? You'd think! It's obvious? Everyone hoped that the Minotaurs, fresh from a long rest, would finally stand tall, but no! Even in the locker room, animals were complaining about halflings eyeing them with hungry stares while flipping through beef recipes. When the whistle blew and ninja flings proved they meat business, golden statue of silly fortune smashed a minotaur into the dirt. As halflings fired up a walk, thinking Grektor was toast, the doc declared him alive with just a serious neck injury. Minotaurs flailed, missing those nimble runts who dodged like their lives depended on it. It did, actually. Roosters' giant statues wrecked animals, turning the game into a grill fest with Minotaurs as the main course. Second half catch Minotaurs outnumbered 4-11, risk everything. The cows in their one last touchdown attempt just run through the defense. But Radam from Random was caught by ninja flings and stripped of possession. The 1-0 win gives these pint-sized ninjas a shocking group exit shot. Take that, dwarf bookies! And we're moving to the next match. The Druid swap backfired badly for unfettered negativity. Those Excaliburs, with 0 group exit hopes, decided to stir the pot in Group C's cauldron. Despite the Naga's efforts, their opponents was just too swift, zipping past scaly defenses. And those cute little sprites? Brutal fowlers, leaving the snakes slithering in shock, while those little ladies giving new meaning to Tooth Fairy, hired Wishbone can only wish to be. Not hired. From this massacre, poor star player crumbles while he tried to dodge the druids. But don't worry, his private necromancer will quickly assemble him again. The 2-0 druid win screams a warning. Underestimating done-for teams is a fast track to the grave, and with that Nagativity's group dreams took an enormous hit. Looks like nothing stops these hobgoblins and their crafty coach. Certainly not the Serpent Strikers. The snakes struck hard early, making it seem like the goblins might yield, but those smug smirks crept back fast. Turns out, it was a trap to lure the snakes into a leather goods factory. The Vipers doubled down, but one by one, they fell to goblin fouls and knife jabs. Final score 2-0 for GKS Hoby, locking their cup spot while their last foe starts sweating hard. And Serpent Strikers might have troubles fitting out all missing positions for the last match. Despite being dragged out endlessly, Round 4 is a perfect slice of carnage! Hoby and Wanderers keep dominating neck and neck, but only Sigmar's Nuns hold a flawless clean sheet. Our Hobgoblins lead touchdowns with brutal flair, while Sheet Freaks' supposed accountants shock with 17 injuries after 4 rounds. Better watch out for this ones! Round 4's a bloody riot! Nuns preach pain, dwarves smash, and rats rule again! Next round, expect a slaughterfest! New druids might hex us all! And I'd bet my snot on a beheading or 3! That's the Round 4 update, folks! The last round is upon us! Who will prevail? Let me know in the comments section! Stay warm! Stay bloody! Henry Snotson, out!